Good morning, friends. I hope you're all well. We have got a busy week ahead. So first job is I'm going to change a Euro cylinder that customers had problems with actually for the last few months. I went back there ages and ages ago, and I've sprayed the cylinder, and they're just saying that it's catching again. So they want it changed over, so we're going to go and do that. So I won't film that. I'm also changing over an electronic strike for a customer in Brighton. It's on the intercom system, but they're just able to push the door open, so it's failed. So we're going to go and change that. And I've got a customer that has a side door to a garage, but so he moved into this house, and he never got the key. He never got the key to the side garage door. So he said it's a mortise lock with a handle, so it's a sash lock. That's all I know at the moment. So we're going to gain entry to that and change the lock. Basically, the only reason why he wants to do it at the moment is because he's converting his garage into a room. So the builders he wants the builders to have access via this door. So we're going to go and try and get that open. Hopefully, try and do it non-destructively. But if I have to drill it, I have to drill it, and it doesn't matter because we're changing it anyway. And then there's a customer that said that she's got her key stuck. No rush. I can go there this afternoon. Got her key stuck in the back of a door. So yeah, busy day. Tomorrow, my first job, I got a job in Worthing, which is a 40 nightlatch. Then I've got a job on the way back from Worthing in Southwick, which is changing a Euro cylinder. And then I'm going back to the Brighton Hove Caravan Club and changing those cylinders that you would have seen in my last video. So yeah, busy. And then, then the day after I've got a busy day as well. I've got about 3 jobs booked in for that. So yeah, come along for the journey. Yeah, so the inside handle is completely sheared off. So the actual handle there has come away. It's actually sheared off from the actual body. So I've got a replacement. I've only got one in white. Okay, we're done. What I've managed to do is use the inside handle of a white one, which actually probably looks better actually because of the white door. And I managed to keep the outside handle. There was nothing wrong with that. So we don't need to worry about changing the whole handle. So that's shut, lock in, all working, and that's it, all done. Right, I just come to a job. Customer's lost, well, he's never had keys, I think he said, to this side door. He can gain access to this is to his garage. So but yeah, clear as day, fortress there. So yeah, we're going to try and get it open. There we go, guys. Oh, it's well rusty. I don't want to get my I think that's enough to throw the bolt. So, excuse my hands. Apologies. There we go. And we're in. Lovely. Right, we're changing this, so I can just throw that over. Get the pick out without breaking it. Done. Right, there we go, guys. So that's the old ERA that was a lost key. Picked it open, and we put in a union, which is the same footprint. Yeah, new union. This is just a temporary measure. The guy is having some work done, and he just wanted to be able to. This door's being changed at some point soon by the builders, but he just wanted the builders to be able to have access to the side door. So there we go. Right, all done. Lovely. Right, so you've just seen me do the sash lock, ERA Fortress. But yeah, I managed to pick it open, which was nice. He was quite surprised as well that I managed to get it open, which is always nice. I'll tell you, these ones are nice when there's no pressure. Like, he wasn't locked out or anything like that. So yeah, I love it. It probably would have took me longer to actually drill it. So yeah, it's nice job. Yeah, I didn't film the other jobs. They were just small little jobs. But what I did do, I went and saw the guy first with the sash lock, because the one with the electronic strike, which is where I'm going to now, it's a communal door, so I can go there anytime. And when I spoke to the guy with the sash lock, yeah, I think it was more he wanted to go out, so I went and got that done first. So now I'm on my way to the electronic strike, so I'll see you there. Right, let's come to this job in Brighton, and they're it's not doing it now. This is fail. Oh, there you go. Yeah, look. So we're going to swap that over and get a new one fitted. Right, so that's the new electronic strike fitted. I'll put some bigger screws in there, some new screws as well. It's a little bit tatty behind, so got some nice long screws in there. That's all working. I've tested it with the guy in flat 3, and it's all working lovely from the outside now. It only works when you buzz in. And also the door closer, I've slightly adjusted the door closer up there as well, so it's now shutting every time. I've tested it loads now, and it's shut every single time. Believe it or not, the weather can actually affect the way our door closer works. If it's windy, it pushes on the door and it will actually stop it from working normally, but that's working perfect every time. Good morning. Right, next day. So I'm on my way down to Worthing now. This is a failed night latch for a property management company. So we're going to go and see what's going on there. Then I am on my way back going to, where am I going? Lancing. I was distracted because there's McDonald's just over there. No, I'm not going to go in there. I won't. Yeah, on the way back I'm going to Lancing, which is just a cylinder change. So that's easy, I think. Why am I changing it? Oh no, yeah, they've lost all the keys, so I might have to gain entry actually, and then change the cylinder. And then we are going to Brighton Hove Caravan Club. I think that's what it's called. I call it Brighton Hove Caravan Club every time. East Brighton Park is where it is. It might just be Brighton Caravan Club, don't know. Anyway, we're changing some cylinders. So they've been they've had like a little inspection, and there's 7 cylinders that need changing to thumb turns, which there's a set of French doors in one of the flats. A couple of the guys live on site, so in one of the flats there's some French doors. We're changing the two cylinders on them to thumb turns. In another flat there's some sliding patio doors, so we're changing one cylinder there. And then the 2 pods that I showed you in my previous video, 2 sets of French doors, so we're going to change all the cylinders on them to thumb turns. I did have another job booked in today, which is changing 6 oval cylinders on some electrical cupboards for a job in Hove, which is for another property management company. But we've had to postpone that until next week because there's decorators in there. So I would just get in their way, or they would get in my way, and there'd have to be a massive fight. Police would get involved. I'll probably end up in prison, and they'd end up in hospital. So yeah, we're going to leave that till next week to save any of that going on. Right, so Worthing, we are 16 minutes away from the job in Worthing, so I'll see you there. Yeah, the latch is just getting caught in there, so we'll take it off and see if we can repair it. Okay, so just taking it off, and the back plate is completely, if you can see that, but yeah, back plate's completely loose. So it's probably got something to do with it. broke. Okay, so the spring's actually broke inside, so that's one bit of it. And that's the other half there, which is why the latch isn't springing back out a bit. Okay, so yeah, the spring's broken, the actual lock. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this one back on. I'll replace all the keep as well. We put a new night latch on there. I spoke to the tenant, and she'd like to keep the actual cylinder because they've all got keys. And the new cylinder only comes with 2 keys, so we're going to keep the cylinder and replace the night latch. Right, there we go, guys. That's that done. New night latch on there. That's it, I'm done. Right, so I've done the cylinder now. I had to pick it out because they'd lost the keys, so they only had 1 key. Lovely old couple I've worked from before, actually. So yeah, that's done. Pick that, change the cylinder, put a thumb ton on there. So now I'm on my way to the Caravan Club. And I nearly went for a red light. On my way to the Caravan Club, so I will see you there. Okay, this is the first set. So we're putting thumb turns on these. Right, there we go. So we've got the apex. Thumb turn on there, so that's that one. They're keyed alike, so that's that one. That's locked. And this, same key. Lovely. Right, so that's that all set done. So this is the next one. Just taking that off. Thumb turn on that. Okay, so there's the thumb turn again. Apex. There we go. Lovely. All done. Right. So that's the two. That's the French doors down in one of the flats, and then the sliding door in the other flat. So now we're going up to the little wooden log cabins. But I thought I'd show you how nice this little place is. Actually, this looks like someone's hooking up a caravan. I don't know if we're going to get past. These all toilet facilities and showers and that on the right. Oh yeah, we'll get past them. Oh, I don't know actually, maybe we won't. I have to break the walls, man. I have to break the walls. Wall breaker. It's a one way, but it's quite quiet, so I'm hoping I'm not going to cause too much of an issue doing this. Okay, let's hope nothing comes around here. I'll be in trouble. Yeah, I should be good. Got to remember it's car park, I've got to go up there. So, I think... Is it this car park? Oh my god, I'm actually lost. I think it's this one. Yeah, here they are. Right, so in here, a little squirrel running around there. These are the two log cabins here. So, we'll park it here. And we'll go and get these cylinders changed. Yeah, so we're changing this cylinder to a thumb turn, and obviously a keyed light one. Thumb turn on the inside there as well. So we've got the same situation, so the screw holding the cylinder in is going to be behind there. So yeah, and then we're doing the exact same. If we walk across here, exact same on that one as well. So we'll start over here. Tools are here. It's a chilly one again today. Yeah, I'll get this one done first. I think what I'm going to do on this one is there's 2 ways, 3 ways actually, that these posts, these centre posts, get fixed to these doors. The first way, which is the best way, in my opinion, is screwed through here. So we've got a screw there, screw there, screw there, and then there's a screw just all it down there. So technically, if I unscrew those screws, the whole of this post will come off, which will then give me access to the screw for this cylinder. But sometimes they hide these screws behind the actual mechanism strip, so sometimes you have to take them off. But also they can be screwed this way through the glass, so it can be a pain in the arse. You have to literally de-bead it or take all the glass out to get to the screws if you want to take this post off. But you can also work out where the drill point is, so you can work out where your screw will be, and then you can drill a hole. And you can normally, which is what I did on the ones down in the flat, the white doors that I've just done, drilled the hole and got access to the screw from that. But with this one, because there's so many screws on this keep, there's literally loads. Whereas if I just take those 4 screws off, that post will come off, hopefully. Let's give it a go. And there you go. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, the post is off. And there's my screw for my cylinder. So I can quickly do that, whip that on, whip that out, and then put that back on. And there we are. So that post is now screwed back on. 4 screws, and that's locked. And that's locked. There we go. That's this one done. Now over to the other pod. Just thought actually I should just double check that they work with the keys. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. And this one. Yeah, lovely. I might try and tighten it up a little bit. A bit baggy on that. So you can tighten that up. Right, one down, one to go. Okay, so this one's not going to be quite so easy. The screw head's bad. Oh, lovely. Right, someone messaged me. Sorry, I can't remember who it was. I think it was my last video when I had the bird screw on the window. And he said to use the screw extractor set. That I've got a set, but it's never worked for me. So I'm going to give it a go now. See if we can get this bad boy out. Changed my mind about the screw extraction set because I can't find them. How frustrating. Yeah, basically he said you just got to persist with them and all of a sudden they'll just go, but I can't find them. Gutted. We've got it, but it's certainly knackered now. We won't be reusing this screw. The head's completely mullered, but it worked. Ooh. Right, let's get this one changed. Nearly had the same situation. It nearly got stuck, but my technique is putting the if that'll go in there, so I can, no. Anyway, putting the screwdriver in the screw, and then like that, and then hitting it with a hammer as I'm turning it. If it's tight, so yeah, make sure it's the right size screwdriver as well. But yeah, that worked. So, but I'll put a new screw in there. So we can get this bad boy back on, and then we're done. Finished. Right, we are done on this second set. So that's that. Thumb turn and key to like. Thumb turn as well. That's all working. That's locked. And that's it. Right, we're done. Right, just turned up to a job in Brighton. We've got a failed mech. Customer said he had it just clunk when he went to lock it. Good morning, guys. Another day, another dollar. Woo! Then at the next set. Calm down, woman. Right, so I think I just showed you some video of a failed mechanism or failed gearbox last night, a Safeway mechanism. Didn't have the flipping mechanism, did I? Or it's the same as the Lockmaster, I can't remember, or paddock. But yeah, the one that I had was a shorter gearbox, so I've had to order a new gearbox. I'm so nervous about my phone holder. It keeps coming off. It's so annoying. It's really shit at sticking to the windscreen. Yeah, so I ordered the new gearbox last night, but it was about 5:30, so it wouldn't have gone through till this morning. But that'll come tomorrow, so we can get that fitted for the guy at some point. I'm on my way now to the Yale mechanism that I've done in my last video, the universal, for my friend Matt. I'm on my way to his neighbours. Now, they had a problem, they said a little while ago with one of their doors, and they had a local locksmith go round and fit a temporary gearbox, she thinks, but then hasn't returned. So they fitted an overnight gearbox. This is what it sounds like over the phone. I haven't seen this job yet, but it sounds like they fitted an overnight gearbox. And then she said, and that was it. She was supposed to return and hasn't been back. So it might be another Yale universal on there, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. I've also got a FB2 lock to fit on a cupboard in a block of flats in Brighton, and I've also got ERA British Standard night latch to fit today. Got a couple of jobs booked in for tomorrow now. Well, there's the Safeway gearbox, and I've got an internal 3-lever sash lock to fit as well. So, right, let's get to this mechanism and see what's going on here, shall we? Okay, what we've got then is, so this customer's door mechanism failed. I've just balanced that in. Let's take that back out. Yeah, the customer's door mechanism failed. They called the other locksmith. Presumably, don't know, either the gearbox or the mechanism completely failed. Anyway, they've taken that away with them, and they've fitted, well, started to try and fit the universal, the higher security universal Yale door master mechanism with the hooks at the top. So you've got the hook goes on the top, you've got one that goes on the bottom, but they struggled, so they've basically just left them with the centre part with the latch and the hook, and they've just left it like this, and I mean, that's not even been fitted properly, is it? It's too far back, but anyway, I think yeah, so what we're going to try and do, we're going to try and attempt to actually, because the other locksmith they're just ignoring the calls now. They're not even picking up when they sort of, because they want to know what was going on, and this was back in November, and they're just ignoring them. So they've left this mechanism here. I think they've paid them some money, but don't know exactly how much, but yeah, paid them some money. So we're going to yeah, we're gonna give this a go, fitting this. Okay, so we've got stage 1 complete. So bottom's in, middle's in, top's in. That's all working good. So we'll go at the keeps. Okay, I can see now why they've walked away. So the problem is, so the centre keeps on. It's the top keep that's a problem, because it's hitting the chute bolt that holds the slave door. So the position of that has to go there, and as you can see, it's overlapping. So that has to go there, because that's where the mushroom goes in, or the roller goes in. Yeah, don't really know what I'm going to do. I've got two options really. I can try and cut this here and get another fixing through this plate here, or I've got the universal one that's just got the rollers and not the hooks, which has got one continuous keep, which I think would fit in there, but I'm going to speak to the customer. Right, we're there. So mechanism is fitted. I'll show you what I've done in a minute. This one hasn't come with the little grey strips that infill. Don't know whether they were supposed to come with them, or whether the other locksmith has taken them out for whatever reason, don't know. But anyway, so we've got the hook mechanism, rollers, hook in the centre, and hook up there. Now, what I had to do to get this to work was the release at the top, I've swapped to the bottom one because this one was at the top and it's bigger. And believe it or not, I'll show you the top in a sec. That's, like I say, the one that was down here was smaller, so I swapped them around. That literally, this strip literally sits on top of that. There's the middle one, which is fine, and then that one was at the bottom, so I've moved that now to the top, and it literally sits directly underneath that, which is exactly where it needs to be. So I'll just show you it all working. That's shut, handle up, locked, beautiful. We are done. They could do with a new handle, if I'm honest. I might see if they want to change that while I'm here. But otherwise, oh, a few pencil marks. We're done. Perfect. Right, we're done. Yeah, we changed the handles as well. These are much, getting fingerprints all over them now. These are much nicer, much better. Actually springing. The other ones were literally on their last legs as well. But yeah, we are done. Okie dokie. That's the mechanism sorted. They're really happy. It's been like that since November, so.
In 290 yards, turn left.
Right, on my way to fit this FB2 lock. Geezer's flying around there, I thought he was going to go straight into me. FB2 lock for, I think it's a block of flats, or it's converted flats on a cupboard. I haven't seen it, it's for a property management company. But yeah, apparently the traffic on the way there, I'm going to go along the seafront way because the A27, the dual carriageway, is closed. And apparently it's a nightmare to get along there, so we'll see. My sat nav says 16 minutes. Who knows? Right, see it. So I've got dandruff, so I'm just cutting out the bits from that door. See you there. Right. FB2 lock. Scutcheons. Key. Going on here somewhere. How should we do it? We'll put it down there. Put it underneath the handle where it should be. Okay, so all marked out there. Keyhole there. Keyhole on the inside, so that's all marked out. The face plate on these is about, I think it's 23mm. Yeah, 23mm, so the body, so they're a little bit different obviously to other locks. Body is 15, 16, about 16mm, so we'll go with an 18, which we've got right there. Right, it's the drilling done, so we've got chisel down the edges now. Alright, it's all cut out in there, so lock fits in there nicely like that, so I'm just drawing around that now so we can sink that in, but before I do that, do the keyholes. Alright, so that's in, keyhole and keyhole. I made the keyholes a bit bigger, excuse my digits. Yeah, I made the keyholes a bit bigger because they come with quite a big scutcheon plate, and the end of the key is fairly big, the actual shoulder, so we don't want the shoulder catching on that, so give it a bit of space. Right, we are done. There's no door stop on this door, but it gets to a point now and locked anyway. That's it. Right, just come to an office. Had to rescue someone out of the toilets because the bolt has failed, snapped, and they couldn't get it out. So we've got one here, we'll replace it with that. Alright, there we go. New bolt fitted. That's all working. That's it. Right, just grabbing some lunch while I'm on the road. So you've just seen the toilet cubicle bolt that failed. The poor guy was in there for about 3/4 of an hour. Now I'm on my way to the job, which is fitting a new British Standard night latch. But I've literally just realised, for whatever reason, I never wrote the address down, and I couldn't get hold of the guy to start with. I rung him a couple of times. I've texted him, but he's texted me back now. So I'm heading out to Lewis to go and fit this. So yeah, see you there. So we're changing this night latch. This is massive. This thing, it's really heavy. Really old Yale, but it's got a 70mm back set. So I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, that's how it's going to work. It might be we see a little bit of that around there, but not ideal. Let's have a look. Okay, so what we're doing, this is the ERA we're putting on, but if you compare that with the back, so they're in line there, the back set of the old Yale, it's much bigger. So I made up a little jig to cut my hole over. So that's 60mm from the edge of the door there to there, in line. And I've got a bit of timber on the back. So now I can do the hole there. Right, so I've got a template from there now. Go through our holes through there. Right, I'm going to try use some waxes just to touch up that edge there, because you just see the edge of it there. Obviously it's not a hole, but it'd be nice if we can just get that matching the colour a little bit. Little tip for you guys, so use your centering bit for that, but go in again with a drill bit. Only necessary because this is solid oak. With brass screws they'll just snap if you don't go a bit further. We are done, guys, so so I've put some wax in there. Doesn't look so good on camera, but it looks better. It looks quite leery and bright on the camera, but it's actually not. It actually blends in quite well. And there was 2 holes there and there on the back, sorry, there, where that ginormous night latch was fitted. But we are done. A little half moon there, so now it's working properly. Just the right amount of play in the door to allow for expansion, and then there we go. That's beautiful. Right, they've just asked me to change the cylinders at the back as well, so I'm going to do that while I'm here. Okay, so I've finished the job in Lewis, which was the brass British Standard night latch on the solid oak door. They were really happy with that. But yeah, 70mm back set night latch. What is that about? Never seen that. Never seen that. So I had to do a bit of adjustments on that. A little bit of filling with wax. But yeah, I was about to leave, and then I got a phone call from a guy back in Hove who was locked out. When I got there, it was a composite door with an Ultian, and there you go, keys just spinning and not engaging. So it was working this side on the thumb turn side, but if I hold it there, yeah, just spinning. So we managed to pick open the cylinder on the rear door, get in that way. He had 2 kids with him as well, so got him in the warm, and then yeah, thankfully the door opened on the inside with the thumb turn, so we just changed it out for an ERA British Standard freestyle. I've had them in my toolbox for a while, so it was nice to be able to use it. But yeah, load of rubbish, isn't they? I would never, if somebody said to me, oh, I want an Ultian cylinder, I'd have to talk them out of it. They're so poor, just so poor. There you go. Right, another crazy mad day completed. Well, I say completed, you never know, do you, in this game. It's 4:45. I've got a 3-lever sash lock to fit in the morning, and hopefully the gearbox for the other job arrives. The oh my god, what was it called? Safe. So, oh my god, can't remember. My mind's gone blank. But yeah, hopefully we'll get that done tomorrow. I'm waffling. I knew I spoke too early. I'm on my way to a car lockout on a Hyundai i30. So it's only 10 to 7, but it's right on the seafront. Hence what you can't even see, but I've got my hoodie, I've got my big puffer coat. It's going to be freezing, but I forgot my flipping gloves. There's nothing worse having cold hands when you're trying to pick open a car lock. Right, let's hopefully we'll be able to get this guy in. It's a HY22, and it's the four-armed bad boy. So hopefully it'll be alright though. Here we go. So he said the keys are inside. Let's get some bits out. There we go.
This guy has managed to do the lock, which was a real skill.
Oh, there we go. Nice easy one actually. I must admit, when I saw it as a HY22, I thought, oh, it's going to be a pain in the backside. You do have to pick it to 45 degrees, then pick it again, and then you have to pick it out. But yeah, it was all good. So I am now going to go home and grab some dinner. Right, cheers guys. That probably will be it until the morning now. So it's Thursday evening, Friday tomorrow. Woohoo! Right, so this is the Safeware gearbox. So this is what I was saying. I've got these gearbox, which is a Lockmaster one, and they're almost identical, but just a bit difference in the height. So yeah, I didn't have one, but I've got two now. Okay, so that's the new gearbox in. Mechanism's back in, it's got to screw it in, but it's all working. Really smooth, actually, really smooth. Once this is all screwed in, we'll test it, but I'll put the key back on. I think I have to do some adjustments. Right, so the mechanism's in, but customer just said he's had to scrape. If you look up there, he's had to scrape this down here because it was catching. So I've de-panelled it. It's not even glass, but that is the difference we've got at the top. Now, bigger gap up there, so I'm going to try and tow and heel it a bit and possibly lift up the hinges a bit more if I can, and then hopefully get this a bit better. But there's no way I'm going to be able to get that matching. This whole thing just moves. It's actually shaking. But I can't get this one down anymore because it's already this door's already touching the bottom as well, so it's all a bit skew-iff. Right, so we've tow and heeled it as best as we can and lifted up this side as much as possible. Still out, still by quite a bit to be fair. If you see the marks, my original marks there. So this is the original mark on the door there, and that's where we were. So it's gone up about 5 mil, but that is literally, there's no more movement in this at all. So yeah, we can put the keep back on now, and we'll align the doors. Align the keep to the door now. Right, we're done guys. Working like an absolute dream. That's it. Got this as best I could, but that is getting no better than that unfortunately. But it's clear in the bottom now, which it wasn't before. I've tow and heeled it. Like I say, this side of the door's lifted up about 5 mil. I've lifted up the hinges as much as I possibly can. There's not much else I can do, but it's literally working beautifully, really smooth.